Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my hashtag teamprojectpan update. Kind of glad that I waited till, a little late this month, although it's actually in time with my late update last month, because I finished two things today. It wasn't on purpose, and one of them is now rolling away. It's not an update with me unless I drop something, but with the two that I finished today, I finished 4 things overall. The thing that I actually finished last month was this Julep Skip the Blush Stick in Moonlight. I've been using this as a cream highlighter. I will insert the paper progress here. But there's, that's all plastic right there. I could dig in, but I've been using this forever. Not necessarily this year, but I did work on it during the Graveyard Project Pan last year too. So I've been working on it on and off for quite a while. I've gotten plenty of love out of it, so I'm ready to move on. So what I'm putting in its place is something that I think I got in a grab bag because I don't really recognize it. It's from the Eyebrow Experts, and it is a brow highlighter. I'm using it as a cheek highlighter though, so it'll probably go pretty fast, hopefully. But let's see. The weight on the Julep stick from last time. Last time it weighed 22.3 grams, and now what I have left is 21.9 grams. And this in particular weighs 11.7 grams. Now next, everything else I finished this month, but there's one thing that I did finish more than a few days ago, and that is this Moly Peach Hand Cream, the one that kind of looks like either a butt or a nipple, depending on how you look at it. And it is empty. Yay. Its weight went from 47.1 grams to 39.1 grams, so that is done. And I'm replacing it with the thing that's going to be in here the rest of the year, and probably not even finished, but I do want to work on it. This is the Cerave Healing Ointment, and I bought this giant tub of it years ago. It's still good. As you can see, I have dipped into it a little bit. This is primarily what I use on my feet right now. That's what I bought it for, but I'm going to start using it on my hands too because I'm really bad about putting this on my feet. And I'm hoping that with it in a project, I'll remember to moisturize my feet more, and I will keep up the good work that I've been doing at keeping my hands moisturized, because this is the second just straight hand cream that I've gone through this year. This is for protects and soothes dry, cracked, and chafed skin. That's why I really like it on my feet. Unfortunately, Cerave's not cruelty free, so I can't repurchase. Right now it weighs 399.8 grams. I don't know how high up my thing actually goes, but 400 might be it. I was really worried that that was going to cap it. And now, for the 2 things that I finished today, I finally finished this side of the Milani lip liner. Here is my paper progress. And actually the last little bit of it, I don't know how well you can see in there, broke off today, but I mean, it was about a use left, so I'm not too mad about that. Whew, so its weight actually it didn't change. It was 9.6 last time, and it's 9.6 this time. I'm actually going to count this as 2 in my empties, because this was 2 freaking lip liners. This side still has, it didn't break off. I actually was able to use every last bit of that, so yep, that is 2 lip liners out of my collection, I guess. I don't remember how I counted it for my, totals and whatnot, but it doesn't matter. So this is what I'm bringing in. This is an Ulta matte lip liner in Delicate. It's from the Melissa Michelle collection that I bought a couple of years ago, and the lip products were the only thing I ended up really keeping from it. But here is what it looks like. I don't even think this has been sharpened yet. I used it for the first time today because I was trying to use the Milani one, and it literally popped off when I pressed it against my lip. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on next. I do have a weight for it, 5.2, so, And finally, this also broke off today because I was going to use it on my lower lash line and then go over it with a purple or something, because I was ready to use this up this month, and it super broke off. If you look down in there, you can tell it broke off, but first I was like, oh, well, I'll just sharpen it. But I can actually see the plastic that holds the product in down there, which means there's no more product. This was the... This was the Marcel Hypoallergenic Eyeliner in, I want to say indigo? No, that's too bright. Maybe it was electric blue, I can't remember. But here is the paper progress on it. I've been working on it all year. It is now done. Its weight went from 2.4 grams to 1.9, and that's weighing it with the top on it, so there's like nothing left to it. And I'm putting in its place, I'm actually putting in a liquid liner because I finished my L'Oreal one. It just wasn't drawing over eyeshadow at all. And I needed to draw over eyeshadow, and I was just tired of fighting with it. So this actually has two sides. It's the Ciate Starstruck eyeliner. It has, you know, just the regular liner, which is still nice, black, and liquidy. So this will probably last me a while. And it also has the little star that I actually do use when I use this. So expect to start seeing a lot of stars on my face. Not like a lot at once, but like seeing a star frequently on my face. So that I can at least feel like I got my worth out of that side too, but if I don't necessarily finish it all up. But I think that's cute. So that's it for empties. Which means, yeah, start at the top, duh. I'm brilliant. So going back up to the top to go over the progress of everything else. First, I have my Touch and Soul and a Pore Bloom Primer. Here are my marks. About the same amount of progress as last month. I figured this is going to last me the rest of the year, honestly, which is fine by me. I just use this to fill in my pores, so I really only apply down the center of my face, like nose, cheeks, this part of my forehead, chin, because that's where my pores are really kind of visible at. And then I go in with a different primer basically all over the rest of my face, and maybe especially if I need a mattifying primer, I will go over the pore one, which probably sounds weird, but it works. Like, it really does work for me. So yeah, so this will probably last me the rest of the year, and that's fine. I'm not really worried about it. Let's see, its weight went from 100.1 grams to 93.7 grams, which is still a bigger jump than last time, where it went from 104.4 to 100.1. So we got a bigger jump this time. That's good. And I'm kicking myself for this. I knocked this over, and now you can't see it as well. This is my foundation. It's the Ordinary High Coverage Foundation. I don't actually find it to be that high coverage. I've actually been putting in a pump of the Urban Decay All-Nighter Foundation, A, to get some progress on it, and B, to kind of, you know, jump up that coverage a little bit. Maybe I'm being picky, and maybe I'm breaking out and weird shit is happening to my face, but you can still see where the delineation really well, but it did look a lot cleaner, and I knocked it over, because of course I did. But I am a little past halfway with the bottle. If I wear more makeup next month, I can finish this by next time, but I don't know if I want to promise that. So 1 to 2 months, let's say. Its weight went from 37.9 to 30.1, which is like double the progress of last time, because I just started using it. And I think at last time there had been some time where I used up a mini in there. Now next is my Morphe Concealer, and it's almost dead. Like, I'm really struggling to get product out. So its weight went from 21.6 to 20.1. I did pop out the stopper, and yes, I did weigh it. I literally have it sitting right over there. So this is actually pretty cleaned off. Now I bet if I went in with like a little spatula, I could get some more product out of there, but I mean, it's all scraped up. I'll probably do good for it to last out the end of the month, but it'll definitely be done by next time we update. Like, me sitting here scraping it now, I'm still barely getting anything. So next couple of days, it's probably gonna be done. Rude. Next is my Milani Prep Set and Go powder. I did repress it because it was starting to like chip off, so I decided to repress it. And I did re-hit pan today, just a little bit of pan. I'm starting to get bumps on it, which I've seen other people get on there. That's another reason why I wanted to repress it, because it was starting to do that. And I know that I'm probably using, like, I need to wash my brush that I'm using with it or get a new one, because my brush has probably got some oils on it too. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I don't think it's like mildewing or anything, but it looks kind of crazy in there. That's why I don't want to come up too close. Its weight went from 46.4 to 42.9. I think this will be done by next time. I was kind of hoping to have it done by the end of the month, but I don't think that's going to happen. I always forget that this powder has 7 grams in it. As far as a compact powder, that's actually kind of a lot. Next is my setting spray. I have the Smashbox Crystallized Photo Finish Aura Shield Primer Water. I've explained several times why mine's just in a plain bottle. I used to have everything written on here, but as I started using it, it all rubbed off. The only reason my marks don't rub off is because I actually go over them with clear nail polish. But here are my marks. I used it about the same clip. I think in the next 2 months it'll be done, which is cool. Its weight went from 128.8 grams to 104.2, and I'm realizing I forgot to weigh a product, but I'll deal with it when I get to it. Next is my bronzer slash contour. I'm doing a palette this year. It's the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster thing. Here's what it looked like last time. And here's what we have today. As you can see, the bronzer is definitely expanding. I kind of hope to finish it in the next month. I might repress it to help with that a little bit because it's actually getting to be a pain in the ass to get on my brush. But yeah, I think it's getting to be on its way out. Its weight went from 15.9 grams to 15.5, so we've definitely got a good jump in weight there. Next is my blush. It is the Balm's Vanilla blush that I popped out of a palette. Here's what it looked like last time. I'm not sure how different it really looks, but you know, I tried. Yeah, the dip is a little bit bigger in there. I didn't wear it today. I actually used a lipstick for my blush today because there's a lipstick that I'm really trying to finish off. And I figure as long as I make sure to use it as a blush a couple of times, as well as wear it at least once or twice as well, it'll get done because it's like so little left that it's kind of hard to use. But yeah, its weight went from 2.9 to 2.8, so I did use it plenty of times, just not like every time I wore makeup. Next is my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Intense Copper. Here is my paper progress. And here is what it looks like here. A little more progress than I was getting at any one time on the purple one. So I've been wearing a lot of gold lately because I'm trying to re-hit pan on the gold shade of my Pan That palette, and I won't spoil it if I have or not. Hopefully, as long as I have pan by the time I update, isn't that what really matters? Yeah, it went from 7.2 to 7.1 grams, which the last time I had trouble getting that damn thing to show weight, the amethyst one, so it's showing weight, made me very happy. Next is my NYX HD Eye Primer, and this is another thing that's getting to be on its last legs. I'm going to pop out the stopper, because this is something that it doesn't bother me enough that popping the stopper out would be a big deal. But like actually getting product on the doe foot's becoming a challenge. So like I got some on the wand there, but I'm like rolling it in there. So once that starts giving me real issue, I think I'm actually going to pop the stopper out at some point. But I will make sure to hold on to it because of weight. It went from 14.4 grams to 14.0, so pretty good jump there. Next is my brow pencil. I forgot to use this today, and I hope to be done with this soon, but I don't know how far down it goes. Here is the paper progress. And here is what it looks like. It's the Benefit High Brow Pencil. And like I said, I don't know exactly where it stops sharpening, so we will just have to see. It's getting kind of hard to sharpen, though. So that might actually end up happening first. And its weight, because I do weigh everything, went from 4.9 to 4.6. Next is my brow pencil. This is the Shop Missy brow pencil. Here's what it looks like. Man, for $1, this thing is lasting forever because I don't have much left. It's definitely going to be done in the next couple of days, but this was $1 and it's lasted me this is my 4th update with it. So, well, I introed it in 3 updates later. This is it. So I don't wear makeup every day, so I'm sure if you do, this would go faster. But for $1, you could stock up on these. And if you don't mind triangular pencils, they're pretty good. I just don't like that style of pencil. I find I get better control with a micro pencil. I know that's not for everybody, but that is my personal preference. Whew, where'd it go? Here it is. Next is my color corrector. This is my little concealer palette from Bella Pierre. Here's what it looks like last time. And we definitely got some progress, which is awesome. Now, I'm not using up the purple. I'm not going to touch the purple. I don't know what to do with it. I've thought about trying to see if I can maybe make it work as an eyeshadow base. The orange too, because I don't really like the orange, but I'm using it because I can. The green is really the only one that I like, because it's the only one that's like a good shade match for me. The orange is too dark to wear under my eye, so I have to really cover it up with concealer. So my idea is that by the end of the year, well, once I finish the green, it may not happen by the end of the year. Initially I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to count it as 2/3 because I will have finished the majority of the orange by that point. Just consider it done. But I think I'm actually going to try this as an eyeshadow base once or twice with both colors and see if either one of them work. I'm painting an eyeshadow base right now, so I won't start on it that way once I figure out if I can use it or not. But that will be good to know so that I can use up the whole palette. And nothing in it go to waste. Alright, next is my lipstick. I've been working on this all year. I really need to finish it. It's the Tresemme Matte Lip Crayon Mini in Belize Bordeaux. I got a full size of this from Ipsy, so here is what it looks like. And here is the paper progress. I did make some progress on it this month, but I need to get to work on this thing. Like I've used up over half of it at this point, but I'm tired of this little thing sitting around. Like, why is this taking me so long? It's because I'm working on a lot of lipsticks at once. Like this one. This is the Ulta liquid lipstick. Its weight didn't change. It's still 7.2 grams. It's been that the whole time. I did wear it a few times though, but I mean, it's not my favorite shade. Like, it's a little on the brown side, but when I mix it with a lip gloss, I can wear it fine. But, you know, I have it. It's a pretty good formula if you like liquid lipsticks, so I'm using it up. I got it in a advent calendar I bought last year from Ulta. Like, I bought their advent calendar. So I really feel the need to actually, like, use stuff up from it. Speaking of lip gloss, here's the one that I'm wearing with it. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost lip gloss. Stopper is no longer in there, although when I did my weight, I did take it. Now, shining a light through it, here is my marks. I'm almost positive that this is going to be done in September. That's next month. Christ. This year went by. But now this was a pain in the ass to use because the stopper is bigger than the doe foot is bigger than the stopper, but now it's not so bad. I had that cleaned off. Not the doe foot itself, but the actual like wand I had completely cleaned off, but I'm sure once you like mix things around in there a little bit, and this did fall over, so we're getting there, and that makes me happy. Next is my lip scrub. This is the LA Colors Sugar Lip Scrub. Here's my paper progress. And it's not a lot. I thought it was going to be more this month, but you know, I use it. I guess it just didn't go as fast this month. I will say it is starting to get like water damage around here. So I need to not be lazy about rolling it up because, you know, I'm starting to get water on it. Its weight did change though. It went from, oh my God, that can't be right. No, wait, no. The lip gloss went from 14.3 to 13.5. Even with me remembering the stopper, it was a big change. I started using it as a lip balm too, so that's why I had a big jump. This went from 13.7 to 13.4, which is weird. That's a bigger jump than last time in weight, but paper progress was smaller. I don't get it. Whatever. Next is the product I actually have to weigh. But I have been using it, so, you know, that's good. It is my Sèche top coat. I did not make a line, but I could have. I just haven't, and I don't want to sit here and do it. I'll do it afterwards. You can definitely see that is below the line. As far as weight is concerned, it went from 53.7 to 52.8, which is like a whole, right at a whole gram of product, which is nice. But I actually painted my fingers twice and toes once in the past month. I just took my nail polish off last night, so I need to redo it. I just haven't yet. Now for the last couple of things, we have the perfume. This is my Chance by Chanel. Its weight went from 221.4 to 216.6. I don't think I'm going to finish this year, but this is the only perfume that I own, so I suppose I could have thrown a body spray in here, but this isn't cruelty free. My body sprays are. This is what I wanted to work on, eventually finish it. Here are my marks. My hand's a little crooked, so you can't quite see, but if you look through here, I am making a little bit of progress at a time with it, so I would be happy as long as I finished up at least half of it this year, which I'm well on the way of progress to doing, so I'm not too worried about what I can get through on that. Next is my skincare product. This is the Haskin Hyaluronic Skin Essence, and I'm almost done with it, which makes me so happy because I hate this freaking packaging. But I've had it in here for a while because it's a lot of product. But we are all the way at the bottom, which, yay. So, its weight went from 103.4 to 91.4. So we got under 100, yay! And finally, my Tresemme Max the Volume Lightweight Moisturizing Lotion. I actually had a pretty big jump this month, which kind of surprised me. It went from 191.4 to 175.8. And most of the time, I do good to hit 10 to 12. And this time, I hit, what is that? I hit more like 16. So, and since I cut my hair somewhat recently, I'm quite surprised by that. So, I don't know. Can I see down in here? I don't know. If I go by my can't even quite tell what the product trick though. It looks like it's about maybe here, but it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe if I swirl it around a little. Yeah, it's looking like it's about right here. So a little over half. Still, it'd be great to finish this because I've been working on it all freaking year. But that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully, I'll see you later. Bye.